So in this video, we're going to go through three things. Number one is why everyone hates you even after they start care. Number two is how to use magnets properly. And then number three is why the government made it so freaking hard for us to get new patients. So we're going to start off with number one, why everyone hates you. I think you guys already know the answer if you've seen any other videos, and it is the way paid ads work. It's because there's no trust. So Google says that you need about 7 hours of watch time before someone truly trusts you. And you can apply that into practice as well, 7 hours spent with patients. Usually our care plans, and if you actually calculate all the time that you're with someone, equates to about 7 hours if you see them twice a week for, I think it's like 10 weeks. So that's why at the end of their first program or during that whole thing, they still don't necessarily trust you. And that's why they hate you, especially at the start when you sell them something big. So what I mean by this, paid ad, right here, that becomes a new patient exam. That's what we're selling. Then we do a report of findings, and we usually sell our new patient exam for $49 or less, I've seen. Then we try and sell a report of findings for a couple of $1,000, and we've only known this person for half an hour. Then some people start because we do pretty well at the way we communicate. It makes sense, it's a good product, and they believe us. So they start, but they don't trust us. 7 hours later, they decide if they trust us or not. Then if they do, they'll continue on. If not, they sort of just hate us the whole way, and then they say, yeah, I feel better, I might stop now. Or they might be like, I haven't noticed any change. Or at any time during that process, they might drop out. And chiros tell me that once people start with them, they stay forever. I can tell you that they don't, and you just don't know the numbers. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. So that is what hard selling on a new patient and a report of findings looks like. It's put out an ad, get someone in who doesn't trust you, and then try and get them to start care and sign them up for the rest of their life. Yuck. So instead of doing that, what we have is the nurture cycle. So this is the perfect patient journey, I think. And whenever I ask someone what's your patient journey, they tell me how many adjustments they're going to do. So that's a whole nother thing. What I'm suggesting here is that before someone comes in, we have an entire journey for them to accumulate as many of those hours as we can before they come in. So when we have our new patient exam and our ROF, it's not as hard, okay? So starts in the top corner here, works its way around this way. You will notice there's different colors, and I'm going to explain those, okay? So that was paid ads. Now we're moving into content. Starting off with an Instagram post. We put up an Instagram post, awesome. Then we get a follow. So what do I do with all of our followers? We message them, hey, thanks for the follow. I see you live in Sydney. I do too. Whereabouts are you? Just start a conversation and then literally be like, hey, are you here for the vibes? Or do you want to book a new patient appointment? Just ask them, see what they want. Then if they're like, no, I'm all good, then be like, oh, no problems at all, because they're probably not ready to come in just yet. That's fine. That's why this is a cycle. They can stay as long as they want. They're not going to get dropped. We start to send them YouTube videos. So if you're not doing your own YouTube videos, go and find a bank of videos that are helpful for people and send them to them. Okay, you're just trying to accumulate watch time. You just say, hey, I think this would be really helpful for your situation. Boom, here you go. Send them that link. If you're doing your own videos, you send them your own videos that help, obviously. Cool. So that is, we have a follower on Instagram. So post, we go follower. Then we message them, start a conversation, then we give them some helpful stuff. Then, if they're watching our own YouTube stuff, or if they're in a conversation with us and they're like, hey, that was really helpful, have you got anything else? You can keep sending them YouTube links. If you do your own, you should be having your offer in those YouTube links. Like, hey, this helps with this. What we do is a comprehensive exam for X. Follow this link if you're interested. Okay, so that's the first time you drop in your offer, right there. Then, if they don't take up this offer, what we need to do to move them from, let's say, someone with a lower level of trust, to get them to the next stage, which is a lead, we need to get their details. That's what a lead is. Okay, we've actually got their details and permission to contact them. So we need to send them something valuable enough that they're going to give us our details. That is what a lead magnet is. Okay, so it's called a magnet because you give something valuable and then people are attracted to it. All right. So what the lead magnet is is what we call our mini series, which is a 6-part email series that solves 6 problems that your avatar has, so that they get a tremendous amount of value from it. It's like a course, okay? It's like an email course, 6 days in a row of 6 useful points, the reasons why, the solutions, and why you're the best at it, and why your solution is going to solve it. Throughout that, you don't say 6 times book in, you say it like once or twice, okay? So again, you're dropping your offer in there. Whoop. But this lead magnet, you need to create the series first. So actually have an email sequence. So once you've got, so you say, hey, do you want my bulletproof back pain busting mini course so that you can solve this problem? And they're like, yeah, awesome. Get their email. They are now no longer someone who's just sort of bypassing. They've given you their details. So they're a lead. Great job. Now, when you have emails, there's a few things you do. First one, you keep sending them useful YouTubes. So you can be like, hey, found this one as well. This could become part of your newsletter, but you're pretty much just saying like, hey, I just found this useful YouTube video. These are the parts that are in it. This is what I think, etc. You just keep giving them that value. You're trying to accumulate your watch time. Ideally, that would be you in the videos, but if you're not there yet, that's fine. Then your mini series goes out. So they automatically just get straight into that series. Then your newsletter. So as I said, you can include your YouTube stuff into the newsletter, or you can have a weekly newsletter that goes out as well. Make it about them. Don't just do clinic updates. No one gives a shit, okay? Then you can also do like a check-in. So maybe every 3 months, every 6 months, hey, you've been following us for X amount of time. Just wanted to give you this offer. Maybe offer them a complimentary new patient assessment or something. Essentially, it's just a way to continue contacting them until they're ready, because remember, keeping them in the cycle. Cool. Now, they're the things that you can do. The other big one though is an offer doc, which no one has, which is just outlines exactly what happens in the new patient and the report of findings, and why you're different and why your process is better than everyone else's. So you have a comprehensive document that you can send to someone that shows them exactly what they can expect if they start care. This is just like your philosophy, what you do, how you do it, why you're different, why you're the best, the typical timeframes that you see, the rough estimate of costs, time. You literally like, this is my offer, okay? This is everything. So you send them an offer doc, so at least they know, okay, they've read that now. So if they've read that they're gonna be there twice a week, when you get to the report of findings, do you think they're gonna be like, oh, I don't know if I have the time? They already freaking know what the time is, all right? They've already accepted the commitments, right? And that's the whole point. You're pre-selling it. You're showing them already. It's not this surprise. And you don't sit there and you go, ooh, it's gonna be twice a week. Are you gonna be able to get there? They already know, okay? That's the whole point. Then, if you're doing events, sell them the events. Chiros do dinner workshops and then invite patients who are already patients and try and get them to bring their spouse. Okay, I get that, cool. Why would you not invite people who maybe aren't fully committed yet to come into the process yet, but they're watching all your content, they're trying to accumulate that 7 hours, they just need a bit more time. Why would you not invite them to a dinner event? You know, and it's like, hey, here's a ticket, it's $50, you'll get dinner, we'll go through this presentation together. That's another hour in the bank. So sell them those tickets before. It also shows you who's more serious. You know, if someone buys a ticket, you're like, okay, this person's getting closer to wanting to come in. It's like them raising their hand even more. Then, once they have bought something, right? So like the new patient exam or the ticket, they are a customer. So they've made a transaction. So they've gone from a lead to a customer. Does that make sense? So once they're a customer, then they have accumulated all of this time. Like they've seen all these short form stuffs. You've messaged them. You've sent them YouTube videos multiple times. You've given them your offer back here. You've given them a 6-part, 6-day email series. Then you're sending them a newsletter every week. You're checking in with them every now and then if they're ready. They know exactly what your offer is and they've attended an event. Now they're sitting in your new patient exam. They're sold. Like that whole process is not, you can't even imagine what it's like. It's not even anything you do right now. It's not that. It's just they come in, you kind of already know what the situation is. You probably already know what the problem is because you've done all that way back when. And you're just sitting there doing your tests and you're just going, okay, look, we just need to go through the process properly, document all of this, and then we can get started. That's literally it. I actually think once this starts to get implemented, you won't need a new patient and a report anymore. You'll probably just do exams and then report. Like the whole thing's going to change. Once they get to this point, their new patient exam, report of findings, which I sort of see now as merging into one, they are now pre-sold. Their trust is so much higher than anyone else has ever been for you, and they become a patient. Now, instead of the whole time you were trying to build that 7 hours, you can just focus on delivering the absolute best care, the best system, the best program. If you are capable of making a mini series before they come in, you're capable of making some kind of email series that goes out while they're there. Show them exactly what's happening, what to expect, how their body's changing. Your level of care can just go through the roof by sitting down and writing out a few emails, a couple of little videos that just get complemented with what they're doing. They're just there for results. Okay, they're not trying to convince themselves that they should keep going. They know they're a part of the journey. People will be coming in thanking you for like taking care of them compared to them being skeptical. Completely different. Okay. So they're a patient. You get them those banging results. So color changes again. Once they go from just making one transaction to like fully buying into the process, they're what people would call a client, but we call them patients. So then we get them banging results. Now, here is where the government hates us or hates every healthcare professional. You're not allowed to use testimonials. That's what every other business in the world does, and they are the most effective way to get trust immediately. Thankfully, we can't do it. We just like to play the game on hard mode. So what you can do is share the process, and you share that process back to Instagram. And what you're doing is saying, we saw X today. We saw XYZ. Check out ABC. That you just got to show the process. And where you show that process, back on Instagram to get more followers, to message them, to send them YouTube videos, to get them in the email series, to give them your offers, to give them your newsletters, to check in, to sell them the events, to get a transaction, to get them into the new patient and the report of findings, to become a patient, to get them results, so you can share that process back to Instagram. It's a cycle, right? It's an infinite loop. That's the point. Instead of paid ad, customer, skeptic, looking for a way to dip, okay? I personally don't run paid ads because I don't want someone who hasn't seen all of this to work with me. I don't want to work with them either. The whole time they're still trying to like gain the trust. I would rather wait until they've seen some other stuff first before I work with them. And you will too, once you've actually got other stuff to show them, okay? This is the entire system. It's a lot of work, but guess what? You're a professional. You're becoming influential. You're changing the way chiros practice. You're not just following the old paid ads bullshit cycle. You're building out a proper system, okay? It is hard. Get used to it. So when you run a paid ad now, paid ads are not evil. I know I harp on them a lot. They are amplification. They're like rocket fuel. Now, people tip rocket fuel on a little flame and it just goes out. That's why ads are so expensive. You tip rocket fuel on this thing, it's going to go to the freaking moon, okay? So where we put the paid ads though is not here. We put these ads, I don't want to draw over everything. These ads, go to our Instagram posts. Because remember, we have the 3 levels. Level 1 and level 1 and level 2 are engagement posts. So we're boosting organic content. That's the purpose there. Then we would run a level 3. Should write that the same, shouldn't I? We would run a level 3, but that's after someone's seen our posts. So then we're showing them our offer, essentially. So we're going Instagram posts, we're going paid ad to here, Then we're going paid ad to here. And we're going, okay, see a couple of things, get to know me. This is my offer, and we're getting to them faster. That's what paid ads do. And then level 4 is for those people who have sort of been sitting in here. Maybe, yeah, actually, this would be for those people that sit to about there. They've got the offer doc, they've got all your series, they've been watching all your videos, they've got all your YouTube videos, and you're pretty much being like, what more do I need to give you? Like, come on, dude, let's get started. Let's move you to customer so we can get you sorted out. That's what a level 4 is. No one can do that because that doesn't exist. All that exists is this, and it's a bit shit. So they run a level 3 straight into here, and then they try and get trust the whole way. That's why it feels like everyone hates you, especially when you sit down for a new patient exam and they're sitting there and they're like, oh yeah, it's only been a week or 2, and you know it's been 25 years that they've had back pain for. They just don't trust you enough to tell you that. So this is the nurture cycle. It is thick, it is heavy, it works. And if you do the work, you only have to do the work once because it all complements itself. So it's a matter of making posts, messaging people, having a couple of YouTube videos to send them, having one mini email series done, and then writing a newsletter. I'd say once a week. If you don't want to do once a week, do once a month. It's your practice. But all you're doing is you're just showing them pretty much what is in the YouTube videos that you would send them anyway, because you're giving them multi-formats. That's the whole point. You're just giving them more time to consume more stuff that you do, more value, and then letting them know that they can come in when they're ready. So that's the nurture cycle, right? There's a whole nother cycle here, but that is purely personal in clinic, right? Like you should have your own journey. So instead, like start with getting someone in, and then we can work out how to look after them once they're in there. That's just a matter of like knowing what you recommend and then literally listing out every single appointment and going, this happens, this happens, this happens, this happens. Once you've got all of that, you just go, okay, I want to send an email here, 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 here. That's all you got to do. But all in all, nurture cycle, videos, emails, some posts on Instagram, and you can build out this killer system that you can tip some rocket fuel on and go to the moon. So that's the nurture cycle.